Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. Okay, so back in ETS2, and yeah, not a bad place to wake up, really, is it? So obviously still in Iceland, and yeah, we've got quite a long journey ahead of us. So let's just get on with it, shall we? So I did quickly sleep, and I had to, yeah, uncouple the trailer and quickly drive over there to get the activation. But yeah, I thought it's pointless driving at night when we were half tired anyway. Right, so let's get going, shall we? We've got plenty of fuel, so I can get out over here, can't I? Yeah, got plenty of fuel, so we don't need to worry about that. And what I do need to worry about though is being able to see where I'm going. So let's swing it out like this, facing that way a little bit. Massive mirrors causing a blind spot. There we go. Right. In real life I wouldn't do it, but just a game. Right, yeah, so we've got a load on and we're basically going to the east side of the island, which is where we got onto the island. So yeah, we'll be doing this and then we'll be leaving Iceland. But I have really enjoyed it over here. I think it's excellent, and yeah, major selling. Well, no, not selling, because you can download it for free, but yeah, selling point of ProMods. So thank you, ProMods, much appreciated. Yeah, it's still probably my favourite mod, and Jazzy Cat's vehicle packs as well, because obviously we see so many different cars. Playing the base game, there's Mondeos, transit vans, and not really that much else. An Audi A3, I think, but with the ProMods there's just so many. So let's just look at the cars for a moment. I bet the next three are Jazzy Cat and really well detailed. Typical, isn't it? Right, here comes one. So yeah, Civic, don't know. The buses are as well, so the coaches, they're real brands. Typical. Jolly bit of luck. And the Transit with a real brand on, that was Heineken. Don't know what that was. Volkswagen Passat. Don't know, but yeah, it's definitely worth it. Anyway, yeah, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all having a good one. Enjoying the sunset. Oh, bugger it. So we are going to... Oh no, it's sunrise. I was looking at the wrong one. So our arrival time is 4:15. Yeah, this afternoon. This is nice. Right, cruise control. I never use cruise control on here. In the lorry, I never didn't use it. It was excellent. Especially coupled up to auto as well. So my DAF, I thought the auto was excellent. And you could shift gears as well. Can't remember where the gear shifter was. I don't think it was on the steering wheel. No, I can't remember. No, I've got a feeling it was on the dash. But yeah, it was good. So if you had a heavy load and you were coming up to a hill, I used to just pop it into manual and then just click through the gears myself, just so that it didn't overwork the engine. And obviously when you start losing momentum in a lorry, it's not good. And sometimes with an auto gearbox, because it can't see what's going on, I don't know why they don't have inclinometers in them, but because it can't see what's going on, it will still be trying to drive efficiently and you just end up going right down through the gears. So yeah, it's good to be able to just hold the gear for a bit. Right, so this is adaptive cruise control, so it's yeah, caught up to this lorry, and we'll just keep doing the same speed as that now. Perfect, but if I went for an overtake, it would accelerate by itself. Yeah, I think they did change this, because the adaptive before seemed to be very buggy, but I've turned off that emergency brake assist because it was slamming on for what felt like no particular reason. I don't know what that was. So 6 minutes in and 6 hours. Okay, so we should get there. So I'm determined in this episode to do this delivery, so if it all starts going a little bit wrong, there's an airport over there by the looks of it. If it all starts going wrong, this episode might go a little bit over. Oh yeah, that's the actual runway. Okay, so I'm still not touching any pedals. Still not. Still not. Still not. I am now. Yeah, so my lorry did used to bring you to a complete stop, but then it used to deactivate. So it would bring you to a complete stop, but then it'd deactivate, and to move off you had to do it yourself. And I think that's good, because if you stopped in traffic and you were doing something, the lorry could start moving without you realising. So yeah, essential. Yeah, so it'd bring you to a stop, and then you pop the handbrake on. And then the start-stop, if you were there long enough, the start-stop would turn the engine off. And then you just wait until traffic started moving, touch the accelerator, take the handbrake off you go. Yeah, I loved it. Basically just a glorified steerer in a modern truck. Just do the steering. And the mind reading, of course, as well. So you have to be a mind reader and psychic. So when you pull up at a site, sometimes the signs are all covered and there's lorries blocking signs because they've got nowhere to park. And yeah, then you'll be treated like an imbecile from someone at the booking in office because you don't know where to go. Because, yeah, lorry drivers have to be psychic and mind readers. So if you've never been to a site before, you really should know it before. It's so annoying, but it doesn't happen all the time. Most staff are absolutely fine. That is bloody excellent, isn't it? It really is. My driving isn't. My goodness. Yeah, if there was a lay-by just here, I'd stop and I'd have the window open all night and just listen to the waves. And have that salty air. Perfect. So you can keep your motorway services. Yeah, sometimes the load that you're taking, it will come with certain requirements, so they'll say that you're not allowed to stop in lay-bys. And yeah, you've got to stop in sometimes even specific motorway services or whatever. Or truck stopped. Yeah, if it's a high value load or whatever. But it's not always possible, so yeah, we had it before and they requested that we stop in this particular place. Well, that they requested to the company. And I got there and it's absolutely full up. There was nowhere to park. So my boss said, well, hang around for a bit and yeah, just kind of wait where you can and see if a space turned up. Nothing did. Everyone was just staying there. Yeah, the worst one was when I was absolutely desperate for a break. Went into a services and there were two caravans, well, and cars obviously, parked next to each other, taking up 2 spaces. And yeah, I wasn't going to get out and tell them to move because like it could be anyone, couldn't it? So I drove off and then I was driving along the motorway hoping that I'd make it to the next one in time. Buggers overtook, didn't they? They went past. Really slowly, obviously, as well, because they're only allowed to do, I think, 60. But yeah, they went past and I thought, you utter buggers, like, you were in my space. Oh, why are you slamming on, mate? You'll be alright. Gorgeous. Almost photorealistic. What's all that? Some kind of tourist spot. Because there was a couple of coaches there. Yeah, so you can do helicopter tours in Iceland. One of the mates I've got that went there, that's got my name all over it, that lay-by. Yeah, he did one of the helicopter tours. That was really expensive, but he loved it. Yeah, I don't know whether I've mentioned this either, so I always used to have a pair of trainers. I'd drive in the trainers all the time, unless my delivery was just round the corner. You know, like sometimes I used to have 2 loads on going to roughly the same place. So I hardly ever used to drive in steel toe cap boots. But yeah, so I'd drive in trains all the time, and then at night time I'd quickly clean the carpets out just with some they were actually mechanics wipes, I think, but I'd just clean the interior out so any mud from my shoes was gone, and then I'd just, yeah, be jumping around the cab in my socks. But yeah, I've still got my steel toe cap boots from there. They weren't expensive, but they're the most comfortable boots I've ever had. I can't remember what shop they're from now, but they stopped selling them, unfortunately. I think they went bust, actually, that shop. Right, so we're going up here. But yeah, they were still toe cap, but they had like a little air bubble in the back. They're really nice to wear. I tried some steel toe cap trainers before, and obviously, yeah, it was just that brand probably, but they crushed my feet so much that I couldn't walk properly after wearing them for a week. I was thinking, oh, they'll wear in, they'll get more comfortable. They never did. They were horrendous. The brand was just an E on the side. I don't know what it stood for. That looks nice. Right, Johnny, slow down. Yeah, it was kind of like the Adidas logo, but it was an E rather than just lines. But yeah, they weren't good. Just felt like, yeah, my toes had all been crushed together. And they were the right size. God, that's so nice. It's so distracting. That's what I'll blame it on. We're way too close. Oh, ignore the graphical glitch. Yeah, I meant to, so in the evening, I try and watch at least one thing on YouTube before I go to bed because I work till late. And yeah, I was meant to look up Iceland and see what kind of cars are actually there. Because obviously they're not all going to be 4x4s because that'd be pointless. But it would be nice just to have a look. And that's the thing with YouTube, you can find all sorts out. There's the turbo. Let's try and make it do it again. No. Yeah, when my lorry was cold, it used to make such nicer noises. I think it was something to do with the intercooler. And it was the same with one of the Navaras. Well, both of the Navaras I used to drive as well. They used to, yeah, I don't know what it was, but it just used to sound so much better on a cold engine. And I did used to miss my lorry as well. Like, if I got a weekend off, I'd really miss it. And that sounds really bizarre, doesn't it? But I'd kind of worry about it when I wasn't with it. Very, very attached. Not in the second company, because I was driving a different lorry most nights. But yeah, very attached to my lorry. And I didn't think that that would happen. I thought that it would always just be a tool and something that I was sick of. Sometimes I used to get sick of having to clear it out. Like if it was going in for inspections or whatever. I used to hate that because it's just awkward getting stuff out of lorries that you've been kind of living in. Okay, 2 hours away. This is nice too. It's all nice, quite honestly. Right, I think that battery's finally stopped charging now. Yeah, I think the cabin is a little bit unprotected from the sound. I think I had a mod before that muffled the sound a little bit more in the cabin because that water sounded like it was inside, didn't it? It's like sometimes the birds sound like they're coming from in the cab. God, I wouldn't want to be trying to dock there. And them rocks. Too fast, Jolly. We've got bags of time to get there, by the way. Yeah. We'll be alright. And if I overtake this, I've only got to catch that one up and do the same anyway, so we'll just go with the flow. That'd be quite a nice place to stop as well. Norfolk line. Did it echo? I don't know. How many miles have we done in this now? Oh, I can't see. 5,000 maybe? We've done a little bit more than that because I was actually originally using the Dotec mod, but I swapped to the standard Mercedes. I should really show my statistics because then that will say the total miles that I've driven, including when we first started the series. So yeah, in all the borrowed trucks as well, like the company trucks. We will do another one soon. I've got some pretty grand plans for this lorry as well, so I'm thinking we'll turn this one into the heavy hauler one, because I'm pretty sure you can get the 8 wheels and all that, big compressor on the back, and I think, yeah, it will look really good with this paint scheme. We've got 155 grand as well. Yeah, see, the water's just too loud in the cab, so I need to try and find what mod that I used to muffle it before. Yeah, when it's quite peaceful in a lorry, you can still hear stuff going on around you, but yeah, it's quite muffled in real life. That's one of the reasons why I used to have the window open a crack every night, because yeah, otherwise you'd have no kind of awareness of what was going on around you, and I quite often used to get up in the night thinking that I was being done over, and I'd go for a little wander, but I don't recommend anyone else does that. Like, yeah, just get ready to phone the police and slam the horn on, draw attention to the truck, if you're definitely being done over. But yeah, it's not worth confronting anyone, because obviously if they're going to be stealing your stuff, they're probably going to have like knives and stuff to cut through the curtains and all that kind of thing. Just let them have it. Right, so back into a snowy bit. Of course, we're very close now, and when we came onto the island, we were in snow, weren't we? Yes, we'll dump this off and then decide where we're going next. There's never a plan for my recordings, obviously. Now, none of them are scripted. I had an idea to go to Scotland, but I told you all about it, so I don't know where we're going next. Haven't got a clue. Play it by ear. And there's never YouTube magic creating jobs or anything either. I don't actually know how to, because it would be bloody handy. Oh, we're sliding. Right, so let's try and be a little bit more responsible, shall we, and slow down. So nice. And I bet their lives are quite laid back as well. Very intelligent, I think, as well. Icelandic people. So no place for Johnny. I'd be the outcast.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay, Sky. Haven't had her for ages. Right.
Turn right.
Yeah, so we will return. But, yeah, I can't just spend the whole series driving around Iceland. I want to explore the whole map, if possible.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay. I know I did a delivery over here. Somewhere.
Turn right.
In my first series. Actually, it might have been where we're going now then. Can't remember. It was so long ago. Or feels it. And I said that it was my 11-month anniversary the other day. It's not quite.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, not quite there yet. Almost. Oh. Okay. Let's get it done. Right. Lights off and get that done. Yeah, so I think it's on the 21st. It's 11 months. Right, let's see what jobs they've got. Oh, take that one. Okay. Right, so Denmark. I think we're going to go there. Yeah, we'll go Scotland because we haven't explored much of Scotland. So let's go there. And yeah, like I said before, most of Scotland is ProMods. The vast majority of it is ProMods. So definitely worth checking out. Right, so we've got tubes on board. And we can sleep on the ferry.
Turn right. Turn left.
Oh, and we didn't see that. Yeah, so we have actually got enough money to buy another truck now. Or we could do this one up.
Get ready to turn right.
Massively. When we get to Scotland. So what time are we at now? 29 minutes.
Turn right.
Yeah, 28 hours. So we're going to be on the ferry long enough to fully recover. I'm sure of it, because we're not far away. When we get back, we're not far away from Thingamajig. Actually, the ferry probably doesn't go all the way there. It probably goes to that little island that I can't remember what it's called. So it'd be 2 ferry journeys, which is fine. Going way too fast, Johnny. So yeah, you can roll over the speed restrictor, and then everything starts flashing at you and saying overspeed, overspeed, you're nicked, and all that kind of stuff. And you have a mini heart attack. And yeah, and then cry for a bit.
Get ready to turn right.
And if you do overspeed for too long, you can just go over by a few miles an hour and you'll get away with it.
Turn right.
But only temporarily. If you do it for too long, if you get pulled over by Rosa, you have to pay about 15 billion quid in fines. I can't remember what the fine amount was, but it's a lot. So it's just not worth it. Oh, sorry, I should have stopped there and let him go.
Turn right.
I've never been on one of them. Can't remember what they're called now. Snow mobile, I think. Never been on one, but they look like excellent fun. Come on, truck, you can do it. Slide in, out of control. Hold it. Oh no, Alex. You're no pal of mine now. We might be in deep, deep trouble. Okay, so slow and steady now. And then if he slams on, we'll just try and keep momentum. Just like in a car, really. It's exactly the same as you do in a car. Just give them room. And never follow someone through a flood. My goodness. Never do it. So if a road's flooded and you can see the end of the flood, let them go, the car in front, sit there and wait until they're out of the flood and then start going through. Because I had someone before who I'd let him go through. He was in front of me going the same direction, let him go through, but it went round a corner, so you couldn't see the end of the flood. I knew the road, so it was safe for me to drive through it because I knew the road. And yeah, so let him go, left it a little while after as well, so there was no rush. And then when I started going, I went round the corner, he'd stalled it and he had his bloody driver's door open, so it was blocking the road, and I was bibbing, shouting, shut your door, because I didn't want to flood my engine, aqua lock it. And I was thinking, if he doesn't shut it, I think I'm just going to drive through, because the amount of damage that it's going to do, I'd rather just buy him a new door. But yeah, he got the message and he slammed his door shut and I went straight through. Yes, the air was very, very blue though. I was leaning out my window and wasn't that polite. Because it would have, like back then, not that I'm anything other now, but back then I was skin, and if a bulb went, I was doomed. I had a crappy old Peugeot 306. it wasn't actually that bad, but yes, when your mates are driving around in better cars, it's a little bit embarrassing. Right, come on, truck. Speed bump. I do feel like they've improved the force feedback on this game since the 1.48 update. It does feel different.
Get ready to turn right.
In a really, really good way. Okay. Right, almost there. And we've gone way
Turn
over.
right.
36 minutes. I've got a splitting headache. Right. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the episode here because, yeah, I don't really want to end it on a loading screen. So, yeah, in the next episode, we'll jump on this ferry and I think we're probably going to have to stop halfway. Yep, so we'll stop there. We'll drive around, get these couple of question marks, and then we'll continue on, go down to Wick, and then I don't know where we'll go after that. Hopefully we'll grab some of these places. I'll definitely give it a try. The Fort William, Aberdeen, there. But yeah, so that does bring us to the end of this one. So thanks for joining me, everyone. I do really appreciate each and every view. And if you've liked this, please feel free to join me in the next one. So, cheers everyone, and bye for now.
Platform 17 for the 1832 South Central service to Brighton, fast to East Croydon, then Red Hill, Gatwick Airport, Three Bridges, Aldcombe,